How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Hopefully everyone's day has been treating them well. Bengals down 24-0 to the Los Angeles Chargers, and they find a way to fight all the way back just to fumble the football away and get blown out at the end of the day. So let's talk good, let's talk bad, let's talk ugly. Cincinnati Bengals, Los Angeles Chargers. First of all, you got to point out the good. This is a resilient football team, a very resilient football team. We have talked about it week in and week out. They are a team that is never out of a football game. And this week was another prime example of that. Down 24-0, high-powered offense in LA. Bengals defense finds a way to make a couple big stops, allows their offense to fight back into this football game. Down 24-0. Would have been the first time Bengals in franchise history came back down 24-0 or down 24-1. Resiliency. Sure, it got bad at the end. They was in prime position. The defense put them in position to win this football game. Bengals just couldn't convert. They make a couple bad drops, and that was it. The scoreboard does not tell the way this defense played, though. Again, you looked at the turnovers, but Burrow fumbled that football early. Defense holds the Chargers to a field goal. I thought the defense played really well. Again, I thought they made big stops when they needed to. They were all over the place early in this game, where they were flying over the field. Again, we've seen them making big open field tackles. The screen game wasn't working, those quick bubble passes. The Bengals defense was all over it. And he did a really good job of forcing those third and longs. Did they get beat on a couple third and longs? Sure. But for the most part, they did a really good job of forcing those third and longs. They started getting pressure on that quarterback later in this football game. Defense played well, I thought. Made a pretty good showing out there for these Bengals. What I also liked here, how about this T. Higgins-Joe Burrow connection? We kind of threw T. Higgins in a doghouse a few weeks ago. Really did. Like, not a heck of a talent. Really, really talented receiver. But what we've seen time and time again this season is he ain't making contested catches. He ain't making them big catches. He ain't using that size and length to go out there and make, use that body to go out there and make those high-pointed catches, contested catches to move the football down the field. These past couple weeks have been a different story. T. Higgins now 15 receptions, 252 yards in the last 2 weeks. We've seen him really come out and make them big catches, them contested catches, those catches they need to convert first downs, not dropping the ball. And he's looking good. You got to like the chemistry there because you already know the Chase Burrow chemistry is there. I want to see Boyd get going again. I don't know what's going on there. Tyler Boyd, we know he can move that ball or he can work that slot though when he needs to. So Bengals, still a lot to look forward to here. Tough loss. Still in prime position to make the playoffs. Let's talk about the bad. The bad, no questions about it, was the turnovers. The turnovers, and the turnovers. It's the story of football. There's no question about it. But it has just been the glaring issue for the Cincinnati Bengals when they lose football games this season. You got that feeling once again in this game. Burrow strip sack, 9-0 Chargers. You thought, here we go. Again, personally, optimistic. Bengals, they get back in any football game. But when you turn those, those quick turnovers like that, turn the game around, it hurts you. Bengals fighting all the way back down 24-22. What happens? Joe Mixon fumbles the football. An unacceptable fumble. I know it happens, but just time like that, Bengals driving down. You score right there. You're driving, you score. You're forcing the Chargers to go out there, move the football down the field, score a touchdown to take the lead back. And you're in prime position to get the ball back and score again. Turnover cost the Bengals at that point in time the momentum in this football game. Jamar Chase, deep ball. Bengals, chance to get the team right back in this game. Would have probably been a 70-yarder. It looked like he had a step or two on the guy. Could he made the diving stop and tripped him? Could have happened. Nonetheless, right in Burrow just threw him a dime. Right in stride, right in Chase's hands. Bobbled it. Intercepted. Turnover. Bad turnovers. Bad turnovers throughout this football game cost the Bengals the game. Let's talk about the ugly. I don't know why, but why was Logan Wilson on special teams? He's your play caller on defense. He's the center point of that defense as the linebacker. He's the leading tackler on that defense. He's been having a heck of a season. He's one of your best players on defense. Why is he on special teams? Anybody can go out there and do it. Guy gets injured on special teams. How long he's going to be out, we'll see. That was just... I just thought that was bad play. I just thought that was a bad decision. I've liked a lot of what the Bengals have done this year, but that didn't make sense to me. Awuzie, we'll see what happens with him. It seems we ain't really got much of an update on it. It seems like he's doubtful, questionable, come back to the game. So which makes you think there's a chance he could play next week. Big loss if he can't play. And no question about it. Let's talk again. We brought it up. Let's talk about the drops. An ugly part of the Bengals game this season. Anytime they are, it seems like that's what's happened, really, is they get in their own way when they're losing these games. We talked about the turnovers. That's one thing. The other thing is the drops. Anytime they're third and long, second and short, it's like, oh, we're going to punt the football. It's never really felt like this year at any point, besides a couple of times in the first quarter maybe or something where they started. So it's never really felt like you look at this offense and say, man, this offense is struggling. I have not felt like that all year. The issue comes where they're just making boneheaded plays. They're dropping passes. They're getting bad deflections. They're not missing blocks or something in the, on the offensive line, leaving open runners that have really ended drives. That is really what's been the focal point of the offensive struggles, I think, this season. And the good thing about all that, though, is it's easily cleaned up, right? You can fix the job, start catching the football. The assignments in the offensive line, they've been getting better with that as they built chemistry this year. Again, injuries, worried about that. We'll see how that goes. It's stuff that can be cleaned up, though. And I think you look forward to seeing them clean it up. And the better they clean that up, the better this team gets. And they start to really contend for, again, the division. Prime spot for it right now. Let's not forget about that. Bengals 1 game out. Ravens, injuries galore. That defense just took another big blow on Marlon Humphrey. Bengals, really. I mean, they should have their foot on the pedal right now as a chance to go out there and win that division because they are all over the Ravens right now. I know they got a game, 2 teams in different positions here. I think it's the Bengals division to lose. I really do. Love you guys' thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.